Hello everyone and welcome to Season 4 of 9 in 9 with Nottingham Forest. That's right, we have left Southampton at the end of the season. We have now come to the 24th of November. We will explain how we got here in a second. Don't forget, if you enjoy this content, to please leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Don't forget to click that notification bell to know when a new video goes up on the channel. And also don't forget to leave me a comment if you've got anything to say. Let's dive in and see what happened. So as we all know with this series, once we gain a promotion, we have to resign. And we did that with Southampton. They are currently 14th in the Premier League. Dejan Stankovic was the man that took over. He was manager of Celtic. Obviously, we couldn't end up at Celtic. They're in the Scottish Premier League. There is no promotion to be obtained from them. We were offered the job with Norwich City. Again, a Premier League side. We couldn't take that, so we just had to sit and wait. One job that did become available was the West Bromwich Albion job. Jack Ross, who was in charge of West Brom, went to Norwich. So Freddie Lundberg took over at them, which meant the opportunity to go and manage Sunderland. But they, having just been promoted from League One to the Championship, I didn't think it was the right move for us. Obviously, we did that with Coventry last season. So, Scott Parker took control of Sunderland. We just had to sit and wait a little bit more. And then it went crazy in the Championship with people being sacked. So, Cardiff sacked Liam Richardson. Hull sacked Rui Foss. Mikel Arteta left Barnsley. Tony Mowbray left Blackburn. We were going to end up at Blackburn originally, until Nottingham Forest sacked their manager Vladimir Ilic after 2.5 years in charge. Obviously now we have taken over at the Forest. And it's a bit of a head scratcher why Vladimir Ilic lasted nearly 3 years in charge of Nottingham Forest. They finished with 12 points last season in the Premier League. They were relegated by April in that division, obviously having gone up from the Championship the previous year. And as you can see, they're in trouble in the Championship. Currently, rock bottom of it. Not a win on the board so far this season. We are 22 points away from the playoffs already. This is why I have taken this challenge on. We are going to try to get from where we are now to the playoffs by the end of the season. We've got 30 games to do it. 90 points on the table. Means we're going to have to win a fair few games, even to get out of relegation danger at this point in time. The entire future of 9 in 9 depends on us doing well here. Let's take a look at what happened in the summer. Because it was a very busy summer, incomings and outgoings. I've done it so you can see the big outgoings. Jake Carter-Salter left the football club. Josie Ossie Tutu left to go to Cologne. Callum Wright went to Blackburn. And then a couple of others, Mike Cooper, Rodrigo Eli and Jaden Brown left the football club. Lots of people went out on loan as well, as it was kind of the calm after the storm of being relegated from the Premier League. Lots of players came into the football club. Cedric Itan, Sergi Kanos, Lewis Gibson, Carlos Neva, Perry and G, Angus Gunn, Leif Davis, Toby Collier, Josh Benson and Lamar Bogard came in to the football club. And I'm really puzzled how they're bottom of the table. Let's look at the squad. Because on paper, this squad should not be where it is. And that kind of was the reason why we didn't go to Blackburn and we came here. Whilst Blackburn are higher in the table, the squad is a very small one. A couple of injuries there and we would have been in deep trouble. So I've come to a club that has got players in their side and players that I know, to be fair. Alex Maiton, Fernando Torres was with us with Southampton last season for a brief period of time. Brennan Johnson is still here, obviously after them being relegated. Ryan Yates is another player that I admire. Joe Worrall is the heartbeat of the side and the captain of the team. Joe Lolly is still here. Bradley Dack, who is getting on in years now, but is still a very good player at this level. And obviously the players that they brought in during the summer just didn't work out for Vladimir Ilic. Obviously being relegated from the Premier League is a difficult thing to bounce back from. This is why we are now in charge. Let's take a look at some of the key players that we're going to have going forward. And we're going to start with Brennan Johnson. He is a very, very good player, this kid. 23 years of age, a Welsh international now. Pace of 12, acceleration of 14, finishing of 12 as well. Currently a 2.5-star player. A player that will hopefully improve to a 3.5-star player. 20 goals in 138 appearances. None so far in the championship. Well, he has had plenty of chances, as you can see from his XG. We're hoping that that's going to improve. The man that's been brought in to provide the goals is Cedric Itan. Now, I've seen him around Football Manager for quite some time, Cedric. Never signed him, I don't think, off the top of my head. So I'll be interested to see what happens with him. Was at Rangers, now with us. Swiss international. Got good physical attributes, good mental ones. Hopefully we can get him going to start banging in the goals. Another good player that has been signed is Sergi Kanos. Was at Watford most recently, and he's a very good player at this particular level. Looking forward to seeing what Sergi can do. Can play right across the pitch in various different areas. We'll take a look at the tactics shortly, but I'm sure it's going to fit him down to the ground. And then we take a look at the man that I'm looking to lead this squad out of danger, Joe Worrall. He is the captain of the side. He's a team leader. He's a potential to be a 4-star defender. Hopefully in the tactic that we have selected, he is going to be able to help and improve. Leadership of 16, jumping reach of 16, strength, pace, very good as well. I'm surprised he's still here. Frankly, I thought he'd be picked up in the summer by a Premier League side potentially, but I'm glad he's here. As I'm glad to see a familiar face in Alex Maiton. Currently out injured for 4 to 5 weeks. Has the potential to be a 4-star player. Had a very good time at Coventry. Obviously was a Nottingham Forest player originally when we got him on loan. So I know how to handle him. I know how to deal with him. And I'm hoping to get the best out of him at Nottingham Forest as I did at Coventry. Tactics-wise, and a little preview to what's going to happen against Preston next time around. We are sticking with the 5 at the back system. It works so well with Southampton in the end that it's a formation that I think this team can play. Obviously, they've got fullbacks that like to get forward. We've got Sergi Kanos, we've got Brennan Johnson, we've got Itan down the centre, the 3.5-star, 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 Angus Gunn doing the defending side on the goalkeeping area at least. So it's a squad that fits this system fairly well. Hopefully, it's going to do well. So with Vladimir Ilic's departure, we need some new faces on the coaching staff. Now, sadly, Andy Crosby didn't want to join us at Nottingham Forest. So Dean Holden is the man I have selected to take the assistant manager role. Hopefully, he will join us in the next couple of games. And Carl McFadzean, who was with me at Coventry City, looks to be our new head of youth development. And I suppose we need to see the severity of the task at hand. Obviously, without a win this season, results have improved. 4 draws in our last 6, but no win this season. In fact, Nottingham Forest's last win came back in April, so they haven't won for a very, very long time. And that's partly the reason why they're down in the Championship. I mean, look at some of those results. Absolutely hammered for the likes of Brentford and Leicester. Newcastle put them to the sword as well. Yeah, that's why they're down in the Championship. But we're only losing by the odd goal, it seems. So it's tiny things that we need to improve, and hopefully we can do that. And the hard work begins next time around at home to Preston North End, currently sitting in 9th in the Championship table. The home game, though, it's a midweek game, and it's a chance to get a win on the board, as we look to achieve potentially the ultimate challenge. Obviously, we are bottom of the league right now. We have 6 months to get us to the playoffs, and maybe potentially more? I don't know. Let's set our eye on the playoffs first of all. Let's set our eye, first and foremost, getting out of the bottom 3. Let's bring that down again. Let's set our sights on getting a win on the board. Next time around, we'll take on Preston and see if we can get off to the perfect start. I hope you will join me for that one. Been a bit of a crazy one, this one. Obviously, we've been unemployed for a little while, but we are now back in the game with Nottingham Forest. Don't forget, if you enjoy this content, to please leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Don't forget to leave me a comment if you've got anything to say on today's video. And I will see you for Preston. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.